Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I'd like to welcome James O'Regan from Liquidware. He is the product marketing manager, and he is going to talk about AI readiness gap. Uh, Take it away, James.
Thanks very much, Jana. Really appreciate it. Great to be here, everyone. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. As Jana said, my name is James O'Regan. I'm the lead product marketing manager at Liquidware. And basically, what I'm going to go through today is a overview of what Liquidware are doing around AI, but also kind of just to examine what's going on in the world of AI. So before I kind of get into my presentation, I just wanted to go into a couple of instances. So we all see this kind of rush towards agentic AI, and we even see it in EUC. But there's been a lot of cases where things in agentic AI go wrong. If we just even look at yesterday, there was one announced where an agentic AI agent, which was using Claude from Cursor, one of the biggest companies out there, decided to delete a production system just because its guardrails had not been set correctly. So it's just kind of set the scene about what could potentially go wrong when it comes to agentic AI. Okay, so where are we in EUC? So we are seeing companies within EUC have AI capabilities in their products. So the capabilities there, enterprise teams are more skeptical though of these things. Adoption is not going to be at the same rate as we see for consumers because of the risks associated and the security risks as well, compliance risks. So trust, compliance, live data, data controls, all of these kind of things are essential. So, you have to have good quality data. So that takes time to go through that process of looking at your data. Proper access controls. The last thing you want to do is implement AI and then say a junior analyst or something asks a query and gets the CEO's salary. That's the last thing you want. So kind of the foundations that we've always had within EUC are just as relevant when it comes to AI now. So, as I mentioned, why is widespread adoption not really happening? Well, IT teams will not let AI act without understanding why it's making its recommendation. So this whole black box automation really has no place in a production environment. You have to back it up with facts and figures. There's compliance reasons. If you just look at regulated industries, they need audit trails, policy controls, autonomous remediation without governance that creates risk. Whatever about efficiency, the risk is definitely there. And controls. Teams, they want to see what AI is doing. They want to be able to intervene. So the visibility and override capability are their prerequisites. They're not optional extras. That whole human in the loop is essential when it comes to AI. So automation is the right destination, but how we go about that is there's different approaches. So our approach is that, you need to understand what's going on in your environment. You need to collect accurate and real-time data on user experience, performance, the environment. You don't want any gaps in that. That's the last thing you want when it comes to agentic AI. If there's gaps in processes, if there's gaps in data, all of those kind of things. So you kind of start to understand your environment. You then look to analyze it. You apply AI to root causes, not just the symptoms. You want to make insights actionable for an IT team. And then only when you've understood, analyzed the data, then you can kind of move on to look at automation. So when you have that intelligence layer that is really solid and the trust has been built, and you have solid foundations, that's when you look at automation. So, what are Liquidware doing? So, we've got two different things we're doing at the moment. So, Stratosphere UX, as most people would know, has some really, really detailed analytics when it comes to your environment, and we've been building that over years. And the amount of data is phenomenal that it collects. So what we decided was that we wanted something that we could basically give organizations and IT admins the ability to be able to query that data quickly and kind of get analysis and get root cause for issues from the data. And we were thinking about how we could approach this. And we were very much kind of thinking when it came to a strategy that for this kind of first stage, we wanted the AI to just be read only. So to just present the results and then leave it up to the IT teams to decide exactly what they want to do with that data. And, the course of action is left to the admin. We don't take any actions. So the plugin it's available on both the Chrome Web Store and the Edge Web Store as well. And it's an extension that goes into your browser. And I'm going to show a demo now in a second. So that's kind of the background between it. So just moving on. So as I said, it opens in Chrome or Edge and it connects to your Stratosphere UX environment. The plugin won't actually activate unless there is a Stratosphere screen online. It runs an analysis on the session and then it reports performance issues. It reviews it in plain language. You enter your queries in plain language. So, and then you can action the recommendations. You don't have to do any SQL queries or any customer reports, no guesswork. You just get the information you want. So here we are. This is a Stratosphere UX session. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bring in the plugin. So you can see it's just a web browser plugin. And then it brings up here Stratosphere UX AI Insights. So it's looking at the data, pulling in what's displayed on screen. And then you can put in a prompt. Give me the top 5 users with the slowest login. So it straight away gives you that information. Here you can see straight away where it is. You can then switch to you can get more details. You can go into our login inspectors and you can go delve deeper. And as you said, repeating those queries again. Give me the top 5 things that are contributing to that login issue, to slow logins. So again, it pulls in that data from there, and it tells you what it does, and then you can go further. You can figure out why it is what's causing the issue, what's going on, and then you can then query even deeper again. So this is looking at now, how the machine's resource usage is during the login process. And again, that's giving even more detail. And you can see the CPU, the memory, all of this kind of information. So what we've kind of done is we're just giving you that insights into what's already in Stratosphere, but being able to present it really quickly and give you that kind of insight, and then you can determine the course of action yourself. So that's it. Oh. So the other one we have is command control. So command control is our real-time remediation solution. And what we've done recently is, so it gives you kind of live session data. It collects telemetry every 3 seconds. It displays them on screen. It's a SaaS solution. So there's no delay. We also have our DVR playback that gives you 7 days of kind of metrics, yeah, and the ability to kind of go into them and look at a point in time, determine what the metrics were at that point in time, and then you can figure out what happened. Also within it, you can act in real time. You can respond to issues. You can kill off processes, restart services, terminate a session, start a shell session, all of these kind of remediations. So the next stage of this is what I want to talk about is what we've got. We've got all these things in command control. So we wanted to take it to the next level, and there we introduced our second AI feature, which is our AI Insights. Now it's built into it, and I just play the video. So you can see here, this is the console. You hit the AI Insights button. It starts loading all the data from the screen into the prompt window. So it just takes a little bit of time to do that. And what will happen then is you're able to query that data that's being displayed. So you can ask questions, you can ask, things like, is this machine under-resourced? You can even create, say, a business justification why this machine should be where's it gone? Yeah. So here it says this machine has high memory usage. You can look at the various different issues that are going on with it. It gives you why it might be the issue is causing. As I said, you can do things like um, query it and ask why the machine create a business recommendation for improving the performance of the machine. So it's all about kind of what we're trying to do is all about kind of providing insights into what's going on with your machine while not taking any action. We're just presenting the data and giving you the recommendations. So what? So AI and automation, they're very it's not kind of, if it's going to happen. It's definitely happened, but I suppose just with our approach, we've kind of designed our solutions to understand causes and then allow the IT admins to act on the insights. And then with command control, you get the insights, and because the solution has a suite of remediation tools within it, you can respond to those and fix those issues. So going back to essentially what we've got, back to, you want your data to be clean. You want to build that trust by establishing baselines, making sure your processes are, documented properly, set the guardrails you require, like authorizations, access controls. And only then, when that kind of layer is solid and you have trust from the AI solution, that's when you can kind of move to the next stage of autonomous remediation. And that's just a brief overview. So if you want to try the plugin, it's available, as I said, on the Chrome Web Store and on the Edge Web Store. You can also go to cc.liquidware.com and you can try Command Control. You can talk to me. That's my LinkedIn link if you want to connect with me. And also, we have our community. QR code is there. We'd love to have you on board. It's our Slack community. You can talk to anyone from Liquidware, from myself up to our CEO and CTO and all of our SMEs and our all of the other people within Liquidware. And that's pretty much my presentation. So thank you all very
Oh,
much for your time. I think we have some
yes.
questions.
I don't see any
No.
questions.
Okay.
A lot
No.
of comments about AI. Definitely, that is a big topic.
I could see one
Seems to
from
be the
DJ. I don't need AI to tell me it's DNS. It's always DNS.
yes,
We all know
of
that.
course. Yes. Well,
But
thank you,
yeah,
James.
no
That was a
problem at
really great
all.
session.
Yeah, no
Um,
problem at all. And
yeah,
as I said, if people want anything more, just reach out.
yes. And thank you everyone for joining. And of course, next up, we'll have our first session block. So please go back to your session tab to choose the session you want. So we will see you later in those sessions. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.